Hi, it's Logan from Sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to be comparing the Leesa and Purple mattresses. Now, these companies were two of the first on the scene in the bed-in-a-box market and are still some of the biggest names out there. Now, they're both pretty good for combo sleepers, having good mobility, but they accomplish that in different ways with different materials, leading to slightly different feels. And compare and contrast the mattresses today, talk about who could benefit from each of them. However, if you want full deep dives and more information on either of these mattresses, you can check out the full reviews at Sleepopolis.com, where we have all of our mattress reviews. You can just Google Sleepopolis and mattress reviews. You're going to see our full list pop up right there. But for right now, let's pit the Leesa and Purple mattresses head to head. So I wanted to start off the comparison talking about the materials used in the constructions of both of these mattresses. So we'll start with the Leesa mattress, which is a 10-inch tall all foam construction. It's made of 3 different layers. Now, the cover of the Leesa is polyester. It's got kind of a knit feel to it. It's pretty thick and cozy. And below that, on top of the mattress, we have 2 inches of a latex-like polyfoam in the comfort layer. Now, it's called LSA 200 foam. It's proprietary to Leesa. Now, because it is latex-like, it has kind of a quicker response to pressure. It's pretty bouncy, so you're going to be able to change positions pretty easily without feeling stuck in the mattress. I would say it has kind of a medium firmness to it. Also, like latex, it does a pretty good job of dissipating body heat, so it helps you sleep a little bit cooler. Now, below that comfort layer, there's a 2-inch layer of memory foam. Memory foam is known for being really good for pressure relief, allowing you to sink into the mattress, give you a little bit of a contouring feel. One thing, though, is that memory foam is known for, causing you to feel a little bit stuck in the mattress, as well as trapping a bit of body heat. So by placing it below that layer of LSA 200, that latex-like polyfoam, they're defending against that body heat trap for the mattress, as well as any stuck feeling when sinking in for pressure relief. Now, at the base of the mattress is a 6-inch high-density polyfoam support layer. Now, this layer is really firm. It acts to kind of support the layers of the mattress above it, as well as some deep compression support to the sleeper on top of the mattress, and it really gives the Leesa its shape. Next up, let's take a look at the materials of the Purple mattress. Now, the Purple is also a 10-inch tall bed-in-a-box mattress made of 3 different layers. Now, the cover of the Purple mattress is a mixture of polyester, viscose, and lycra. Now, lycra is a really stretchy material. It's often found in a lot of athletic clothing. It helps to wick moisture away from the body to help a bit with cooling. Now, below that, the comfort layer of the Purple is 2 inches of their hyperelastic polymer, and it's in a grid form. This hyperelastic polymer is proprietary to Purple, and it's where the company really makes its name. It's the only company out there with this grid structure on top. Now, it has a really quick response to pressure. It's really bouncy, and it's set up in that grid structure because as you lie on it and as you apply weight to it, you kind of collapse the walls of the grid, which causes it to contour around your body to provide pressure relief. Now, it is a really bouncy material, as I said, so as you change positions, that grid kind of flexes back and keeps you from feeling stuck in the mattress. Now, directly below that hyperelastic polymer grid, there is a 4-inch layer of high-density polyfoam. This really acts as kind of a transition layer, so it begins to give you a little bit more of a firmer support feeling as you go from the kind of pressure-relieving hyperelastic polymer grid on top into that transition layer, and then again below that high-density polyfoam layer, there's another 4 inches of high-density polyfoam. This layer is even firmer to provide support to the layers of foam on top of it, and again, give the Purple its shape. So now that we've seen what makes up the Purple and Leesa mattresses, it's time to discuss a bit about how they feel. So I'm going to start with the Leesa mattress. Now, in my opinion, it has a balanced foam feel with a firmness range right in that 6.5 to 7 out of 10 on the firmness scale, with 10 being the firmest. Now, in my opinion, 6.5 out of 10 is the medium firmness with a good mixture of support and pressure relief, so the Leesa falls right in that range. Now, the LSA 200 comfort layer has a quick response to pressure. It's that latex-like feel, so you're gonna have some good bounce, some good mobility, so you're not gonna feel stuck in the mattress. Another thing about LSA 200 is that it does a better job of cooling than memory foam or a lot of other polyfoams out there. Now, they've included that memory foam contour layer, which provides some deeper pressure relief, and again, by placing it under that latex-like comfort layer, it defends against 2 things: body heat trap, as well as feeling stuck in the mattress. Now, I put the Leesa on my list of best latex mattresses as one of the best latex alternatives out there. You can check out that list if you Google Sleepopolis and best latex mattress, or click the link in the description below. All right, so now let's talk about the Purple mattress. Now, in my opinion, the Purple has a 6.5 out of 10 on the firmness scale. So again, right in that medium firmness range. And combining it with the bounciness of the mattress, you can change positions pretty easily. I think the purple is pretty good for combo sleepers for that reason. Now the hyperelastic polymer has a pretty unique feel to it, and that grid collapses to provide pressure relief, but because of that quick response to pressure, you're not gonna feel stuck in the mattress, you're gonna feel more on top of it than in it. Another thing about the hyperelastic polymer is that they say it's temperature neutral, so it doesn't really absorb that body heat. And the grid structure also creates a lot of airspace on top of the mattress, which helps with temperature regulation and cooling. So I think the purple is really great if you're worried about sleeping hot. Now, up until this point, I've been talking about the Leesa and Purple's flagship options, but both companies also have other mattress models available, so I wanted to touch briefly on those here. Now, Leesa offers the Sapira mattress, which is a bed-in-a-box hybrid mattress, meaning it uses a mixture of foam and coil layers. Comes in at 11 inches in height. Now the foams on top of the mattress are kind of a mini version of the Leesa with a latex-like Avena foam over a memory foam over a poly foam. Now below that, there's 6-inch pocketed coils, which provide a nice support as well as some added bounce to the mattress. At the base, there is an inch of high-density poly foam, but that's really just as something for the pocketed coils to press off of. Now, in my opinion, the Sapira has kind of a medium firmness to it, and I really like it for couples. Next up, we have the new Purple mattresses, or the Purples 2, 3, and 4. These mattresses use a mixture of pocketed coils, polyfoam, and hyperelastic polymer like we saw in the original Purple, and they do not arrive compressed. Now the combination of pocketed coils with the quick response to pressure of that hyperelastic polymer makes for really bouncy beds. All three of them have really solid bounce to them, so you're going to be able to change positions really easily. Now the reason they're called Purples 2, 3, and 4 is because those numbers actually match up with the different depths of the hyperelastic polymer grids in each of them and cause each of them to have kind of a different firmness to them. Now the firmest is the Purple 2, which has a 2-inch hyperelastic polymer grid. I think it's best for stomach sleepers. The Purple 3 has 3 inches in that hyperelastic polymer grid, and I think it's good for combo sleepers, a solid mixture of kind of support and pressure relief there. And then the Purple 4 has a 4-inch comfort layer of hyperelastic polymer grid. And I think it's the best of the three for side sleepers. Now, they also include high-density polyfoam edge support layers on these mattresses, so it allows you to sleep all the way to the ends of the bed without worrying about collapsing it or getting that rolling out of bed feeling. Now, another big part of the feel of a mattress is whether you're going to feel like you're sitting on top of or sinking into bed. So for all mattress reviews, I run the Sinkage test, in which I use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities to simulate different body parts and check to see how far into the mattress they sink. Now, the sinkage results for both the Leesa and Purple were identical, actually, with the 6-pound medicine ball that simulates lighter body parts sinking into both of them an inch, 10-pound steel ball, which is the densest ball used during the test, 2 inches into both of them, 50-pound medicine ball, it's filled with sand, simulates a heavier body part like your shoulders or your hips, sinking into both of them 4 inches. And finally, the 100-pound medicine ball that I use that simulates kind of the center mass of your body if you're a bit bigger, sinks in 5.5 inches. I also want to point out that both mattresses are pretty bouncy, so even though these sinkages are, pretty much on average what I'd see out of a lot of foam bed-in-box mattresses, you're going to feel more on top of both these mattresses than in them. The Purple is a bit bouncier in my opinion than the Leesa, but there's solid mobility on both. So even though it's average sinkage into both, you're going to feel like you're going to be able to change positions really easily. You're definitely not going to feel stuck in either the Leesa or the Purple mattresses. Just to give you a little bit of basic information for both the Leesa and the Purple mattresses, they both have a 100-night trial period, which in my opinion is kind of that industry standard, right on average with what you see for a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses. They also both have 10-year warranties. Again, that's pretty much the industry standard or the average for the market. They both arrive free and compressed in a box. So again, pretty much the industry standard across the board, 100-night trial period, 10-year warranty, free shipping that arrives compressed in a box. Also, the price of both these mattresses is pretty much identical, with the queen size version of the Leesa coming in at $995 and the queen size version of the Purple coming in at $999. So the Leesa queen size is about $4 cheaper than the Purple queen size. Now, I really like both the Leesa and Purple mattresses. I think they're both quality bed-in-a-box options, but I do like each of them for different types of sleepers. Now, the reasons I would recommend the Leesa mattress is because of that balanced foam feel. Again, it has that kind of 6.5 to 7 out of 10 firmness. I think it's really nice for combo sleepers as it's a good mixture of support and pressure relief. I would also recommend it because it provides pressure relief without feeling stuck in the mattress. We talked about that latex-like LSA 200 foam that they use in the comfort layer, has that quick response to pressure. They place it over the memory foam that they have in that contouring layer, which provides kind of that deeper pressure relief, but that quick response to pressure of the LSA 200 foam defends against that stuck feeling that a lot of people get in a classic memory foam layer. Now, the reasons I really like the Purple mattress is because it's really bouncy. That hyperelastic polymer has a quick response to pressure, providing some impressive bounce to the mattress, especially considering that it doesn't have any coil layers. I also like it because I think it sleeps really cool. That hyperelastic polymer does a good job of avoiding body heat trap. It's pretty temperature neutral material. Also, that grid structure that it's set up in helps to create a lot of airspace at the top of the mattress, which helps with temperature regulation and cooling. Now, those are some really general recommendations. So if you are looking for a personal recommendation, please feel free to leave a note in the comment section below with some information about yourself and some of your sleep references, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Also, please subscribe to the Sleepopolis YouTube channel as we're going to keep putting out more content that's going to help you get a better night's sleep. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you don't miss any of our new reviews, any of our sleep industry news, or any of our giveaway announcements. So that's it for the Leesa versus Purple comparison today. I hope it was helpful. Have a nice day.